Hi guys, so today's video is going to be what I feed my rabbits and guinea pigs in a day. The very first thing I do is come out and give the guinea pigs a top up in their hay rack. So then what I do is I come indoors and start preparing all the veg. So I start off by filling up the sink. So I just fill it up with cold water. Now I fill up the sink with all of the leafy greens. So we've got various leafy greens, mainly cabbages. They're a really good source of vitamin C, which is great for their immune systems and especially good for in the winter, a good source of energy and really nutritious. I don't feed pellets, so I don't have any problems with bloating, and cabbage has to be digested really quickly in order to prevent bloat. So if you feed a lot of pellets or even just quite a small amount alongside it, then it can cause problems because the pellets actually slow down their digestion. We also got some lettuce, which is really hydrating, and they do love lettuce. I think this is just gem lettuce. Some Savoy cabbage, and more cabbage. So leafy greens should always make up the bulk of their diet. They're closest to what they would be eating in nature, along with the tops of different vegetables and just vegetable green basically. So you want to make that the bulk of the vegetables. So I'm just going to sort of rinse this through. Okay, and then I empty out all the water and just leave it in the bottom to drain. So now moving on to the other vegetables. So I've got some pepper, which is really good for vitamin C. The guinea pigs get this every day and the rabbits get that a few times a week. And I've got some cucumber, again really hydrating, and I've also got some carrots and some swede, which are a really good source of energy. Gives them a really quick boost of energy and it's really good during the cold season. Then I've got some cauliflower as well. So normally I would put all the greens in a spinner to dry them off, but seeing as I'm a bit behind today, I'm just going to go and dry them with a towel because it's a lot quicker. So meanwhile, I'm just going to chop up the rest of the vegetables. That is all the other veg, and I'm just going to sort it into different groups. First of all, I'm going to sort out all of the rabbit's vegetables. Next I'll do Bonnie and tea cakes. And finally the rest for the guinea pig herd. So I don't weigh any of this out, but you can see sort of what they've got here just by looking, and rather than weighing out, it's more important that it lasts until the next time you give them fresh food. So rather than weighing it, like, that's a good guideline to know it's lasting, and it does take them a while to get used to saving the food and knowing that it's always available, but it can be done. So then I'm just going to put all of the leafy greens in for them. They'll probably just pick out their favourite parts, like the leafy greens, and then gradually throughout the day they're going to keep coming out and having small frequent meals. This is really good for their digestion because it keeps everything evenly loaded. So same thing with the rabbits, this should probably last until the next feeding, which will be in the evening. And it's estimated that if rabbits have the choice, if they are eating fresh food around the clock, then they generally eat about 200 grams per kilogram of their body weight. So for these guys, in total, that's probably going to be about 800 grams or just under in a day that they will eat if they have the choice. And fresh food is actually really good for rabbits, contrary to a lot of myths out there. Now, because in nature they are eating a lot of fresh food, like the fresh grasses, fresh forage, and obviously nothing replaces that in the summer and in the spring. However, in the colder season, you have to replace that, hence why I give them this. So these two are gradually getting used to their food lasting till the next feeding. You can see there's still some swede in there, so they're getting better at it. However, they do still have a tendency to dive straight into their food, just because, I haven't had them very long and I've only really just started this way of feeding, so I'm gradually building up the quantity of food. And it's not like with the outdoor guinea pigs, I can give them like masses of cabbage and root vegetables because they need that for the energy, but these girls don't. And if they get like loads and loads of carrots and other root vegetables, then that's not suitable for the way they're kept. They're indoors, they don't have that demand for the energy. So sometimes I like to go out in the garden and collect some fresh herbs to add on to their vegetables, but at the minute there isn't really that much available. When it gets to the spring, summertime, they're going to be getting mainly forage, and I'm going to be going out a lot more to collect things, so that'll be really good, and obviously that mimics their natural diet better, but you have to compromise in the winter because there isn't all that nice forage available. Then what I like to do is give the guinea pigs and rabbits some dried herbs. Dried herbs are actually thought to have a similar calcium content to the hay, so I don't really worry too much about what amount I give. I generally give about a handful for the rabbits a day. It's not peanut butter, by the way. So this is just a blend of different dried herbs. There's also some grain in here which is useful for when they're outdoors, so it's like gluten-free grains like buckwheat, and then we've also got different oily seeds which are really good for their health. So I'm just going to give them a small handful. And this is really good in the winter because it basically replaces some of the fresh forage. Obviously it's not going to have as many nutrients as the fresh stuff, but it's definitely a good compromise. So the guinea pigs also get some dried herbs as well. This is a different mixture actually. So if the rabbit's hay rack needs topping up, then I'll just give it a quick top up. I'm going to sprinkle this on top of the hay to make it more of like a forage thing. And then I'll just mix it in a bit so they can get it. So I was having a lot of trouble cleaning this cage here. So what I decided to do is turn it the other way around, then I can even pull it out, because it was getting to the point where I couldn't even sweep it. So yeah, I think it's a lot better like this, in this L shape. I've also got some dried herbs for these guys, so I'm just going to scatter that over the hay. So I'm about to go back out now and feed the rabbits and guinea pigs again. So I do give them like 2 large feedings a day. I was finding feeding them 3 times a day was just a bit too much. It seemed a bit unnecessary because like they would still they would eat all the food really quickly, and then they would go a long time with a lot of dry food, and then, you know, the sudden switch from dry to fresh, if they get like a massive load of fresh food, you know, it affects the way they digest it and it ferments in the gut and it's not really good. So it's better to spread it across the day and for them to, you know, have small and frequent portions of fresh food so everything remains balanced. I just thought I would give you another overview of the food I'm giving them. So we'll start off with the rabbit. So again, they've just got a variety of leafy greens, and to be honest, I just get whatever we got in the fridge and get a bundle of it and mix it all up. So they've always got variety there every day. So as well as the leafy greens, they've got some pepper and some carrot and some broccoli. And then the indoor guinea pigs, they've got mainly lettuce, a tiny bit of cabbage in there as well, some pepper, they've got some swede and cherry tomato and some broccoli. And then the outside guinea pigs, they've got some swede, leafy greens, broccoli, they've got pepper and cherry tomatoes. So what I found is that the guinea pigs tend to like metabolize their food a lot quicker. They have like a higher metabolic rate, I'm pretty sure. This is just from like personal observation. I find that guinea pigs can eat more in a short space of time, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, they do go through a lot more fresh food, I find. So this is like for 2 rabbits and this is for 2 guinea pigs, but then I think proportionately, like the size of the rabbits, like the rabbits weigh maybe twice as much as the guinea pigs. So yeah, you can kind of see where I'm coming from there. So I'm just gonna go out and feed them now. So you can see they actually run out of fresh food today, so that means I didn't give them quite enough this morning. They probably needed more root vegetables because they generally take them a lot longer to eat. Oh, they're so cute. So I'm going to give them this now. I'm pretty sure this is going to last until the morning though, because I've given them a lot more. There you go. Oh, they're so cute. So they've got loads of fresh hay, fresh straw, and they're going to be all sorted for the night. So you can see like what I mean about the rabbits having like a slightly slower metabolism, at least mine seem to anyway, because they've got leftover veg, they've got celery and cucumber and a tiny bit of lettuce there, so yeah, that means like that's a really good sign. So I'm just going to go and top up their veg, which they've got here. There you go then. I've also got a little bit of straw I'm just going to put in their tray. And finally, I've just got to give the girls their veg. So that is everything for the day. So yeah, I feel like the diet now is quite a lot simpler than it used to be. Like, I mean, it is quite straightforward, just 2 feedings of veg a day, some herbs daily, and then top up their hay, and that is pretty much it. Obviously when the springtime comes, I'm going to start going out foraging a lot more and getting as much from nature as possible, because that's the best thing for them. But yeah, their winter diet is pretty much straightforward, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you want to see more of these in the future. Obviously I'm always getting new ideas about things and doing more research, and then things change, so let me know if you want to see more. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!